Good day, guys. This will be the first video on STS. Today we'll be talking about how to find the class interval, class boundaries, class mark, class width, cumulative frequency and the relative frequency. Please, I want you to listen and listen good so as to know the difference between these things. In this question, we have classes and we have number of objects. I can also say the number of objects is called what? Frequency. And these classes that you are seeing here, we can use it to get the value of our what? Our x. Now, we want to find the value of what? Class interval. Let's start. Don't forget that class interval is the same thing as saying 10 to 14. The interval between them, 10 to 14, like what you choose, the interval that you choose. Maybe you want to choose 10 to 50, 10 to 50, 50 to 100, like that. So from here now, we choose what? 10 to what? 14. So our class interval will be 10 to 14. The next one will be 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 34, 35 to 39, 40 to 44. That is how to find class interval. Now, the next thing for us to find is the what? Class boundaries. Now, when we're talking about class boundary, we have upper class boundary and we have lower class boundary. Upper class boundary and we have lower class boundary. From our class interval, we have 10, 14. This 10 is less than 14. This simply means 10 is what? For low. 14 is for what? Upper. So now, how do we get our upper class boundary and lower what? Lower class boundary? The only difference between the upper class boundary and lower class boundary is what? 0.5. Now, upper class boundary, we have 14 here. So our upper class boundary will be 14.5, while our lower class boundary will be 9.5. Just add 14 plus 0.5. You have 14.5, and 10 minus 0.5. You have what? 9.5. Upper class boundary for this one will be 19.5, 24.5, 29.5, 34.5, 39.5, 44.5. Then we have 14.5, 19.5, 24.5, 30.5, 34.5, and what? 39.5. That is how to find the what? The class boundary. Now, if you want to find the class mark, it is very simple to find the class mark. Class mark is the same thing as saying what? X. How do we get our class mark? You have to add lower limit. This is the formula for class mark, plus upper limit divided by 2. This is your x. What's our lower limit here? 10 and what? 14. 15 and 19. Lower limit here is 10 plus upper limit is what? 14 divided by 2. That will give us what? 24 divided by 2. Then what do we have? 12. Our class mark for here will be 12. Then the next one, 15 plus 19 divided by 2, we have 17. 20 plus 24 divided by 2, you have 22. 25 plus 29 divided by 2, you have 27. 30 plus 34 divided by 2, you have 32. 35 plus 39 divided by 2, you have 37. 40 plus 44 divided by 2, you have what? 42. So that is how to find class mark. You want to find the class width. What is our class width? You notice that from 10 to 14, there's a particular gap. From 15 to 19, there's a particular gap. The gap difference will be the same. Let's count. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 5, Abby. Check this one. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Still same as what? As 5. Check the last one. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. That's 5. So the class width is what? 5. As simple as that. Now, talking of cumulative frequency, cumulative frequency is very more simple to get. Very more simple to get. Now, how do we get our cumulative frequency? From this place, you know I told you that number of objects can be called what? Frequency. So we have 19, 24, 37, 81, 43, 30, 16. Now, cumulative frequency for the first one will be 19 plus 0. We have 19. The next one will be 24 plus 19. 24 plus 19. You have what? You have 43. The next one will be 37 plus 43. You have 80. The next one will be 81 plus 80. You have what? 161. The next one will be 43 plus 161. You have what? 204. The next one will be 30 plus 204. 234. The next one will be 234 plus 16. You have what? 250. That is how to find the cumulative frequency. You notice that the total frequency here is what? 250. And the last cumulative frequency here is what? 250. So that is how we do find our cumulative frequency.